Do you want me to put this pile down? No. No. I'm tidying my desk. You've inspired me. I go back a long time. And I wanted to be a surgeon, you know, myself. That's why I've always been very interested in surgery and complications and all that stuff. So even 50 years ago, I was worried about the future. But of course, in those days, they didn't have a future. And I think it was such a revolutionary idea. And it appealed to surgeons who love sewing things that are complicated together, that I think it was applied to many lesions, which is good, but also it produced many problems as people didn't perhaps do it correctly or completely understand what they were doing. And in the early 70s, one had many disasters, as in any new technique, and many difficulties. And I must say at first, I really didn't like the operation when they did it, because it produced so many problems, both early and in the early period. But as the surgeons got better, inevitably, and understood what they were doing, and I think things got very, very good, really. And it has completely given a new life to many patients. And now, 35 years later, I'm receiving the stories of these patients. And we have a granddaddy Fontan, who was the first that we did, but he's still going and doing well. Well, of course, I don't understand all the technicalities of what they get up to, but I know that how it is done is very important on how the patient thrives and what complications he has. And I think the evolution from Marc de Laval's work has been excellent. And I suspect, even though it's difficult to show, that I think they will be better in the long run, the total caval pulmonary anastomosis, because it cuts out the right atrium, more or less, which is a huge source of nasty arrhythmias. But at the moment it's very difficult to show it's better. I think they're easier to look after, provided the whole thing is done technically perfect. I think the idea of the perfect Fontan, like the perfect man, could be marvellous. But with the imperfections, it's not marvellous at all.
Quelques minutes dans mon bureau cet après-midi, c'est possible. 84?
84 Harley Street, I'll tell you. It's about 15 minutes to walk to Harley Street.
Where is it in London?
I'll write you. Go to Baker Street. Turning on the left.
Bon, bien sûr, c'est un honneur pour moi de pouvoir rendre hommage à Francis pour le travail qu'il a réalisé et les étapes de son succès qui ont mené à la première réalisation d'une chirurgie presque curative du ventricule unique. Je crois que Francis a initié un changement de la face de la chirurgie cardiaque, non seulement pédiatrique, mais congénitale adulte également. Et il est, je crois, un parmi trois noms qui, je cite régulièrement dans les révolutions des 40 dernières années. C'est Aldo Casaneda qui a introduit la chirurgie néonatale. Et deuxièmement ou troisièmement, c'est Norwood qui, par son intervention et sa stratégie, a augmenté de façon presque cataclysmique l'indication d'opération de Fontan. Ce que j'ai admiré toujours chez Francis, c'est bien sûr la prouesse chirurgicale qu'il a menée à ses premiers succès, mais aussi le fait que ce qu'il introduisait, c'était un domaine de physiologie clinique, bien plus qu'une intervention purement mécanique ou physique. Troisièmement, il a fait preuve d'un courage raisonné, dans le sens qu'il a fait des études expérimentales qui ont échoué d'ailleurs, il le dit lui-même, mais il était convaincu rationnellement que ça devait marcher, un petit peu comme l'introduction du switch artériel pour les transpositions. Il a persévéré et il a été couronné de succès. La dernière chose, c'est qu'il a donné un exemple d'effort multidisciplinaire. Bien sûr, il était un élément important du succès, mais son effort d'équipe avec, entre autres, Alain Choussat est un exemple admirable de collaboration médico-chirurgicale. He's a boy who had Fontan as well.